Hello, and we are here today to present you a lifetime opportunity. We would like to present you the company ABC Forest. As a maturity of other forestry service provider, ABC Forest provides certification services. But this service requires a lot of time, manpower, and money. So we provide the solution Nextland. Nextland offers an online platform that provides frequent and reliable forestry data through a process of observation imaginary to achieve a sustainable management of forest resources. Since our service is customizable for each client, it improves their operations efficiency. Forestry operations just started to use advanced technology to improve forestry management results. We are here to ask you for an investment of 80,000 euros, which allowed us to build our website and implement the pilot. We forecast that in May 2020, with a customer base of 40 clients, we will reach break-even. Thank you.
Our team, Caterina, Filippo, Nadine, me, and Anna. And our challenge was to find next time a value proposition for the forestry service providers and the go-to-market strategy in order to address the SDGs Sustainable Development Goals. In order to do this, we used the VCW framework. We started by taking a look into the EO industry because we needed to use the EO images in order to support the forestry management. We found out that the EO industry is a growing market, and until 2025, it is expecting to grow over 13%. The EO industry is divided into upstream industry and downstream industry. And it is inside this last one, as a value-added service provider, that next one is inserted. In Europe, this is a growing market with a value of almost 1 billion euros. After conducting a portrait fire forces and a pastel analysis, we found out these relevant numbers. 30.6% of the world area is forest, and approximately 80% of the forest is owned and controlled by the government. The forestry market is worth more than $3.9 billion, and there are approximately 60 forestry service providers in Portugal. We also conducted those analysis, and one of the main conclusions we can take is that there is a great opportunity to improve to provide a reliable and affordable service that connects both Earth observation market and the forestry market. This way, it is absorbing value and revenues from both markets. We did a detailed analysis of the forestry service providers market in order to understand their needs. And as we can see here, some examples of service providers on the left, as well as some other stakeholders involved in the market.
We can now discuss the second phase of the value creation wheel framework. This is the induce phase. Is very important in order to create value through the definition of the solutions and the filters. The main tools we use in this phase have been brainwriting, brainstorming. We also interviewed different stakeholders, such as To Be Forest, which is a forestry consulting firm. We have also spread surveys in order to get some feedback from stakeholders, and we actually reached 11 answers from them. So as we were saying, we first started to work on the solutions, and we collected 39 different ideas. They have been spread in 3 different categories, which are the monitoring, such as species distribution coverage, prevention from, for example, natural disasters, and protection as well. We then moved with the definition of the filters, and we collected 20 different filters, as you can actually notice in this slide. Afterwards, we moved to the third phase of the value creation wheel framework, which is the analyze, and it's very important in order to validate the value we have created in the previous phases. So in this phase, we have applied the poker method. Unfortunately, due to the current situation of coronavirus, we couldn't meet and reach the key decision maker in Uno Grosso, so we applied the poker method based on assumptions from the feedbacks we received from the survey and also from our brainstorming activities, other than some insights we got from Uno Grosso's emails. So as we were saying, we first applied the poker method to the solutions, and this is the final result. So 21 solutions were the ones we wanted to keep, 10 to kill, 6 to review, and 2 to multiply. We then applied the poker method to the filters, and we finally ranked all the filters we wanted to keep. So this is the final results, and as you can actually notice, the feasibility is the first ranked filter we have. We then moved to the fourth phase of the framework, which is the ground phase, in order to capture the value. This phase is actually divided in two different steps, which are the value creation funnel application and then the definition of the prototype. For applying the value creation funnel, we first use the multiple variable criteria method in order to apply the different filters following the order of the ranking to all the solutions we had in order to better narrow these solutions. So this is the results. We started with 21 solutions. By applying all filters one by one, we actually reached that we found out that 4 final solutions were able to overcome any filter. So we then started to work on these solutions and we tried to merge them in order to create one single solution that could actually be feasible for the definition of our prototype that we'll actually describe throughout the presentation from now on.
So let's move on to phase 4B and the idea we developed. So we will provide an innovative platform which offers assessed and transformed forest inventory data through Earth observation monitoring services to achieve a sustainable use and management of forest resources. So this service will save time and cost, since data on a digital basis will reduce time and cost, since ground measurements are not necessary. It's transparent and reliable through precise and always up-to-date Earth observation data, and it's flexible depending on the information the customer needs. So, the offered service will range from trees inventory data to overall forestry health evaluations, and we will provide you with information regarding tree features such as tree species, for instance, and health and sustainability forest information such as water levels or the monitoring of land cover changes. So on this slide, you can see a prototype we developed. So that's how NextSend could look like. But let's move on to the segmentation and targeting. So we will target the forest service providers. And over here, we divided and defined 3 different segments, and we will start to target the management segment, such as internal audits of forest certification systems. And we will start our pilot project in Portugal to acquire the maximum possible knowledge and to gain relevance in the market. So the 5 Ps, we decided on 5 Ps instead of 7 Ps. As I said, product in place, it's an online platform website, and we will promote it through direct and indirect marketing. So the direct marketing will happen through mailing to companies and to a door-to-door strategy, since we only serve a niche. And the indirect marketing will happen through LinkedIn campaigns, free user trial, and data online and offline. The process is an easy one, since the client just has to go to the NextLens website, subscribe, and decide for one of the 3 packages I will present now. So these are the 3 packages we defined, and they differ in terms of the maximum number of users and the land size we provide. So the client decides on a geographical area, and then he will receive maps, graphs, and a detailed analysis of the land he decided. The prices are based on a cost-based approach, as well as benchmarking and comparing to competitor prices. And it's a monthly based subscription model. So on this slide, you can see the positioning statements, but since I already mentioned all the information, let's move on. And if you want to, you can read it afterwards. So phase 5, consolidate value. In order to reach the go-to-market strategy, we decided on a 3M analysis. So on this slide, you can see the money part. So we calculated initial investments and operational costs. I will not go into detail, but we came to costs and investments of around 80,000 euro, mainly based on the wages of human capital, and overall operational cost per client of 1,200 euro. So, minute and manpower. On this slide, you can see the tasks that need to be undertaken, the time frame, the team, as well as already defined milestones. So our first milestone is to establish a good working website, so the platform creation and bureaucracy. And after this, the data transformation process will start in the second quarter of 2021. So hopefully after 6 to 9 months, we will have a successful pilot, and then the marketing campaigns will start. So hopefully in the first quarter of 2022, we will get or reach the first clients and to reach the break-even point of 40 clients. As soon as we reach this milestone, we would recommend to expand internationally. So the business model, I think I already mentioned all the parts. Maybe key partners, of course, the Demos engineers and programmers, as well as the Nova SB community in terms of marketing. And in order to build a strong customer relationship, we also offer personal assistance in case of questions, and especially in the very first beginning. So the conclusion, Nextland's project will have an economical, environmental and social impact. Economical because it contributes to forest service providers, environmental because forest management contributes to a long-lasting environment and supports the SDG goals set by the UN, and it contributes to an enhanced quality of life. For instance, improves the air quality. So our final recommendation is to partner with governments, since forests are almost owned by governments, and the management of the forestry sector in Portugal, in order to raise awareness and to establish a good reputation. Thank you very much.